Pluto, a distant, frozen world, sits at the edge of our solar system. For decades, it was just a faint point of light in our most powerful telescopes. But in 2015, everything changed. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft flew past Pluto, giving us our first close-up look at this mysterious dwarf planet. The images it sent back were breathtaking. They revealed towering mountains of water ice, vast nitrogen glaciers, and a surprisingly complex and active world. But among these stunning landscapes, New Horizons discovered something truly bizarre, something that has puzzled scientists ever since, something that could be described as the scariest thing found on Pluto. On a vast, icy plain known as Sputnik Planitia, the spacecraft spotted gigantic, blade-like structures of ice, some reaching as high as 1,600 feet. Imagine walking across a flat, frozen landscape, and suddenly you're surrounded by towering shards of ice, like a forest of frozen daggers pointing to the sky. These formations, officially called penitentes, are not entirely unknown to science. We see smaller versions of them in high-altitude, cold, dry regions on Earth, like the Andes Mountains. But the ones on Pluto are on a completely different scale. They are colossal, hundreds of times larger than any penitentes found on our home planet. What makes them so scary is not just their size, but the mystery of their formation. How could such massive, organized structures form on a world with such a thin atmosphere and extreme cold? Scientists believe they are made primarily of methane ice. The process starts with methane freezing onto the surface. Then, the faint sunlight that reaches Pluto, even though it's billions of miles away from the sun, begins to play a role. Sunlight causes a process called sublimation, where the solid methane ice turns directly into a gas, without melting into a liquid first. This sublimation doesn't happen evenly. Small imperfections on the ice surface can focus sunlight into hollows, accelerating the sublimation process in those spots. Over millions of years, this process carves away the surrounding ice, leaving behind the towering, sharp-edged blades we see today. It's a slow, methodical process of erosion by sunlight, sculpting the landscape into a nightmarish field of icy spikes. The sheer scale and alien nature of this terrain are what make it so unsettling. Think about it. A silent, frozen plain under a dim, distant sun, covered in a forest of gigantic, razor-sharp ice blades. It's a landscape straight out of a science fiction horror story. The number of these blades is staggering, covering a huge area of Pluto's surface. Navigating through such a terrain would be an impossible and terrifying task. This discovery challenges our understanding of geological processes on other worlds. It shows that even on a seemingly dead and frozen planet like Pluto, powerful and strange forces are at work, shaping its surface in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. The penitentes of Pluto are a stark reminder of how alien and extreme other worlds can be. They are a testament to the weird and wonderful, and sometimes scary, phenomena that exist in our solar system. Pluto is not just a simple ball of ice and rock. It is a dynamic world with a complex story written on its surface. A story that includes these gigantic, menacing ice formations. For more mind-blowing discoveries and cosmic mysteries from our universe, remember to subscribe and follow Space Repo.